Hello and welcome to the first episode of Craft's Kitchen. I am Brian.
I am Eli, and today we will be making guacamole and these are just the ingredients. I've just made a mise en place. We have garlic crusher, lime.
Oh, hold it up so they can see it now too.
These garlic crusher, lime, lemon squeezer that we just used for limes too, and then 3 avocados. And the way also just forks and spoon just to help me, and then this to smash the.
Show. So why are we doing guacamole for our first episode?
It was one of the first things I learned, and also it's just quick and easy and good.
One of the first things you wanted to do all by yourself.
Yeah.
So like use just the dude who makes guacamole in your house, right?
And also the way to tell if an avocado is right is if you can smush it just barely, but it's still tough enough to like withstand the push.
Yeah, because if it pushes too easily,
Then
what color is it going to be inside? Probably
brown.
Yeah, black.
Like a banana.
Yep. So what are we going to do? You go for it.
I'm just gonna cut the avocados, and also this part you may want to ask an adult for. Ask an adult for help, but.
Eli's going to show you this maneuver. It's pretty tricky. It's definitely like an adult maneuver. So watch. So he's just going to tap the pit. There you go. And then turn.
It's kind of hard to get it at first.
Oh, you got it right there.
And then once you do it, you just slip it into the.
How should you not tap it?
You shouldn't do that
Not
because.
a big swing, right?
Yeah. Like a week ago, I did that and almost cut my finger.
Yeah. So we got half. You can do them all at once.
I'm just gonna do these all right now. Like this is kind of hard because you don't want to push really hard because then you'll hit the pit and you'll like crack the pit maybe.
And these are pretty good. There's a little black spot there. We'll still use it though, right?
Yeah.
So what if there's too much black? Sometimes you just kind of work around the black.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I should have left it open.
I'm just gonna do all these right now.
You said mise en place. What's mise en place?
Kind of like setting everything up.
Getting all your business together in order.
Yep.
Did you go all the way around it now?
Yep.
There you go. A little harder on that. There you go.
And also, it may take a couple of tries to get the pits out.
Yeah, and it's definitely. Should you start going too hard or too soft?
Too soft.
Why? Because you can always go a little harder, right?
Yeah. And also, I like to use a spoon to scoop it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't recommend using a spoon to. Well, I'll tell you this later on. But.
So these are nice and soft and ripe. Show them the move on the next one. That if they're not, sometimes you slice them a little bit first.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
I just missed. Okay.
That's all right. Try not to lick your hands.
Kind of hard not to.
We're quarantined very well here, so we're not interacting with anybody else, so we're good. Eli, show them the slice
Oh, yeah.
paper. Because these are soft, so you don't really need to do this. But sometimes if they're a little bit not
Tougher.
fully ripe, yeah.
And if they're a little bigger, you just want to do like.
Show them so the camera can
You
see.
want to do it like checkered, kind of, all the way through, but not through the end. And then do other side, like this. And you may need some help with this at first.
Perfect.
Then once you do that, it's a whole lot easier to scoop it out. Why do I keep on missing?
That's you do. You probably could use a bigger bowl even.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You can do these. You can do the checkered maneuver if the avocados are a little harder or bigger. Just these avocados are nice and yeah. But it's kind of hard to get something very perfect.
Avocado. So you've been making avocado probably for for guacamole for a couple of years now.
Like maybe 3 or 4 years.
And this is, you make a lot of stuff, but this was the first one that you kind of like make a dinner. Exactly. You just can grab the ingredients and do your thing. Got it?
And then once you're done putting all the avocado in here, you could grab a fork. I recommend this with a fork, it's kind of best with. And also this is where the checkered maneuver helps you, because it like breaks up the avocado. That's another reason why you should do it.
Yep.
Because like this, they're all kind of clumped up, so I have to like chop them.
And then basically we use the fork, right, so you can smash it through the tines.
And then once you say you smash it up enough, grab the bottom end and just like scrape it down on the sides to like smash it into it. And once you're done with this, you just have to add some lime, garlic, and salt.
And do we do that like, do we do like measured amounts?
No.
We pretty much do it all to taste, right?
Yeah, rustic.
Yep, rustic.
Rustic or just eyeball.
Yep.
Just eyeball it.
Because sometimes we do, like, we have a bunch of people, we might do like 10 or 12 avocados.
Yeah. Which we've only done once.
That's looking good. You want to show them how mashed it up yet?
You don't really want it like, you don't really want it smooth. Like, if avocado is smooth, then it's guacamole is smooth, then it's not really guacamole.
Yeah. And it's kind of a preference. Some people like it chunky.
Yeah.
And
Some people like it extra chunky, some people like the chunks very, very small.
yeah.
I just really don't care. I just like guacamole.
Exactly.
Like this, you can see it's smashed up, but like this is a chunk. There's just a chunk.
Yeah.
Like there's some chunks.
I like it when you catch a little chunk every once in a while. Right, you want to do your thing?
And
What do you
also
do first?
roll the lime out.
Press
because
down
it'll
hard.
loosen up the fibers.
Yeah. Make it a little more juicy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you can just use a knife. You don't have to wash the knife every time you use it. And then just I wouldn't suggest using the biggest half first, because you always want to take, you can put things in but you can't take them out.
So taste as you go.
Yeah.
So if anything, start with
So
a little too little lime juice and a little too little.
Dang, I spilled lime juice on the floor.
That's right. Teacher's got it.
But that's why I got a dog.
So you're just gonna do that half for now?
Yeah. Because I don't want, and then also.
You're cutting part of the garlic head, right?
Yeah.
There's like the stem end.
Yeah, like you can see it's kind of flat, like the side of a knife. So you just want to try and chop it off.
Perfect. I think you got it, actually.
Yeah, and then I just use this bowl to like smash it so it's easier to like you want to smash it so it's like in 3 or 4 parts, and then this.
Take the skin off.
Yes, I'll do that.
That's why we're doing that smashing, so we get the skin off.
Yeah. And the skin might be hard to get off.
And this is how we do our guacamole.
You can do it different ways.
Some people put like little peppers, maybe jalapeno in there, which we do sometimes, or tomatoes.
Hey, Dad, can I have that knife back?
Oh, sorry, yeah.
And also, when this happens,
Oh, you got it. Good move.
there
I
sometimes
always hand
it's
people knives how?
stuck.
Handle first.
Yeah. You want to just cut like this. You can see there's some garlic left over. You just want to slide your knife right through there.
Perfect.
So there's some garlic left.
Okay. You done with this?
Yeah. And then just a little bit of salt. Mix it up. Also, don't forget chips.
Why chips? I mean, obviously you're gonna use the chips, but when we taste it with the chips, right?
Yeah.
When we're tasting it for, what are we tasting it for now, basically?
Salt, lime, and garlic.
3 things.
Garlic you don't want to be overpowering at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, none of you. So you'll taste it. Taste it. And it's nice to taste it with the chips because the chips are what people eat it with. So the chips themselves are salty.
Yeah, I think more lime actually on this.
I agree. Sorry. You just squeeze it that half. Oh, you're doing half of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think probably more salt even too.
Yeah. Just no.
But this is always what you do, because every time you make it, you do a couple rounds of lime or salt just so you get it out in.
Usually you wouldn't do a set. Like I doubt you'd do a third round of garlic.
Yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever done a second round.
I don't think we've ever done a second round of garlic.
Yeah.
I actually don't usually do garlic. That's you and your mom usually do.
Yeah. It just gives a little
I'm usually
more
just lime and
taste.
salt.
Yeah. Like the lime, it actually makes it juicier. So if it's a little chunky and you don't like that, you don't want to mash it up more.
Oh,
the lime.
Can we do this? Like we have a lot of lime or avocados. But one trick I like is if you like chunky, like you can use some like not quite ripe avocados.
Yeah.
And then some over soft avocados, and that like kind of makes it chunky.
Yeah, I like mine to have the lime overpower a little bit, so it's kind of like the first taste you have, and then like the salt and garlic just going at the end. Like salt is in the middle, and then garlic is at the end.
What do you think?
It's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So should we sign off? We got more episodes coming. I think they might be online already. We got an episode on malva pudding.
Malva pudding. Pasta.
Episode 2, and then the third episode is going to be
pasta, homemade
pasta. So that's more like a technique episode. This is like one thing that we cook regularly busy. Malva pudding is like we tried out a new recipe.
Yeah.
We got another recipe we think we're going to try out. Remember the one Grandma sent us? What's it called? Do you remember?
Popcorn salad.
Yeah, it's really weird. And then we have a pasta one, which is just showing how to make some fresh pasta.
Yeah.
All right, so we are good.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Subscribe, right?
And don't forget to hit the notification bell.
And hit the notification.